Welcome back to Otaku Stroll, presented by Nerds and Beyond. I'm Katie,
I'm Lindsay.
and we are here to talk about the first official English print edition of the Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint novel, which is
Yay.
out in a little bit. So if you haven't heard of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, it's a manhwa and a web novel, and now a light novel about an office worker, Kim Dokja, who finds himself fighting for his life when his favorite web novel, titled Three Ways to Survive the Apocalypse, becomes a reality. It started off as a Korean web novel published in 2018. Then it was a webtoon adaptation beginning in 2020. An anime adaptation has been teased, and that's about it. It's in the works. Maybe. We hope. And a live action film is also in the works.
So the English version of the web novel comes from Yen Press's Ize Press, and we can look forward to it on July 22nd. And so this was announced back in 2023, so it's been kind of a long wait. But
Yeah.
on the good side, Volume 2 is supposed to be coming out later this year, so at least it's not going to be a super long wait now in between volumes. And readers can look forward to getting up to chapter 25 from the original Korean web novel in this first volume. So
Oh, nice. Nice. It's thick. We have it here. It's a decent size. Um, there it is. This is the advanced advanced reader's copy. We got it from Yen Press, Ize Press. And thank you very much for sending it over to us. We very much enjoyed flipping through it. They also sent us a box with a bunch of little goodies in it. I kind of dug the book out and kept the little things in there as a prize so I could debut them here. You've already seen them because you cheated, which is fine.
I
Um,
immediately opened mine, dug through it.
hey, I
Everyone's going to
mean,
get your genuine reactions.
it's genuine because I don't. I mean, obviously, I saw a little bit, but I tried really to just paw this out like a little raccoon digging through the trash. All right. One, I appreciate that it came with glitter tissue paper inside. I'm not going to show that, but I appreciate that. All
I'm
right.
still finding
Oh,
glitter, like in the book and
I
like just
know.
around my desk.
In the book, yeah,
I enjoy it
only in the
though.
book. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. All right, we have this thing. Is it a pen or a pencil? You would know. You've opened it.
Well, I kept mine. I kept it in the plastic though
It's
because
still in the plastic. That's
I
good.
did.
It looks
Yeah.
like a pen. It's got the little red. Let's find out. Let's find out because oh wait, they'll let me find out with an included notebook.
You love a good
How
notebook.
I love a notebook. How clever of them. I go through like a notebook a month at work, writing down all my notes while I'm on the phone. So, um, oh,
You're keeping the spirit of handwriting alive.
I will die on a handwritten note hill. I will die on it. Oh, okay. That means to see my messy handwriting. Yeah, there we go.
All right.
I like this. It's a pen. It's a pen confirmed.
Confirmed.
Um,
And I
confirmed.
like how it has the double cover on the notebook, which is nice.
Yeah, it
Feel I'm
does.
like
I love that. And
back
then
in school.
it's even got stuff on the back. It's like a little the synopsis. And then this has a big chunk. All right, what else is in here? Oh, of
You
course.
could have used that while you were
I could have
reading.
used this. That's
I
that's
used
why they
mine.
sent it. That's why they sent it to me. That's why they sent it to me. And
Bookmarks are important.
I didn't use it. A magnet. I love a good magnet.
Mine is on my
I,
desk. I love a
I love.
magnet.
Is it my
Yeah.
my desk is wood, but I have it. My whiteboard at work is magnetic. What's this? Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, I was like, there's something rolling around. It's the guard on the pen. Okay, a little like 4x6 covered in glitter, as it
I'm
deserves
just
to
gonna
be.
put it on the wall.
I don't know.
Look at Doksha's face.
Well, I have my flip book for my 4x6s. I get at cons,
Yes.
so I can throw it in there, and it can
There we
be
go.
the center of attention one day.
Pop 'em in.
And then both of our favorite things, a pin.
I love a pen. I love a
Like they
pen.
knew.
A
I
nice
got
hard
my
enamel
whiteboard
pen.
of 100 pins behind me, and it's gonna go right on there. Yep, that's it. Thank you to Yen Ize Press.
Too, I like the detailing that's on the outside of the box as well.
Yeah,
Like the text. It's
mine got so beat up in shipping. I was kind of sad, but like it's a really nice box, and it's
got like
got
the
like
yeah.
yeah. And if you're reading this, you will survive. I wouldn't. I would never survive an apocalyptic world.
Instantly.
So I'm glad I can do it in the world of fiction because I'm out. The
Done.
second the
Instantly.
second things start to go downhill, I'm done. Done.
I'll be the person writing the story. Otherwise, did.
Right. That's it. That's all I can do.
So I want to talk a little bit about the original version, or well, the web novel was the original, and then we got
Right.
the manhwa, the webtoon, out of it. Um,
Yes.
we got two different pieces of media that people can look at.
Mhm.
So I know that both of us have read the manhwa, we've read the web novel.
Mhm. Mhm.
What do you think that people who are watching this or, hearing about Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint for the first time, what should they start with?
The webtoon, the manhwa, 100%. And that's not to say that the text versions, are they're not they don't shortcome at all. I just think that going through the manhwa first and visually getting to set the stage for the story, especially because it is the manhwa swim, so it's in color,
Mhm.
is a best way to go into it because I really do think that reading the novel afterwards is only going to add to the experience.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whereas if you flip it the other way around, it'll be really similar, um, or even maybe somewhat repetitive,
Yeah.
besides enjoying being able to visually see things. I think going and doing the manhwa web in the world of webtoon first, and then coming in and going into the novel and getting that supplemental information that exposition can provide is going to add to the experience of the story.
I completely agree, especially because this isn't like you're reading a book and then watching it squished into, an hour and a half movie. This is very much one for one outside of
Hmm.
the exposition parts. So
Yeah.
I thought that, it's a lot more fun getting to see it and then go back and be like, oh, actually, what was Dokja thinking during this
Hmm.
part? Because we
Yeah.
didn't really get that. Or if you don't understand what's going on in a panel, it's nice to then go back and be like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what was happening because I feel like sometimes I am slow on the uptake to understand what's going on in some action scenes. So it's
Yeah.
nice to do it in that order, which
Yeah.
I liked.
I find myself in the same kind of situation, especially with action scenes visually. I am a person who understands things better reading it in exposition. Um, and so it really, for me and for you, it just added to be like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that going on in a still, you know, art, and then to be
Yeah,
able to
yeah.
kind of read through it dynamically. Yeah, it just added to the story
Hmm.
substantially for me. So I would say when you're coming in to do, whether you're going to wait until the anime maybe comes out, or you go through the manhwa, I would do that and then come in and fill in your blanks and get more detail through the novel.
I would say too, it's nice. The manhwa, you're getting a lot more of the dark humor out of it, I think, just because you're getting, some of the exaggerated expressions. The absolute
Mhm.
absurdity
Mhm.
of the goblins really does not make sense until you see them, because you're like, oh, look at
Yeah,
this cute little guy. Oh, actually, he's evil and kind of bloodthirsty.
actually, he's
Um,
psychotic. So
So, which I think, like reading the web novel is just like is kind of depressing. So it's
yeah,
nice to be
it's
able to balance the two. I think that they very much function well as a pair, and I would recommend
Yeah.
that everyone, if this is your first time checking out ORV, definitely do both.
Yeah, absolutely do both. It's yeah, because it is a dark and depressing story, but the artwork, you do understand the humor a little bit more, especially because, in terms of humor, which is something that we find kind of throughout all of English translations, is exactly that, losing it in translation.
Hmm.
So and the translations here, they read pretty well. The story isn't choppy. You're getting good commentary from, the constellations, from that interface like setting. And then, you know, you're obviously reading it in type font, so it's easier to read sometimes than, the font that they're using in the manhwa. But, we are losing some things in translating to Western.
Westernization, which is, I think it's obviously something that we're used to seeing, but
Yeah.
it is unfortunate that Dokcha's name is written as Dokcha Kim instead of Kim Dokcha.
Yeah.
I think that
Hmm.
that's going to be important to some people when they're reading this.
Yeah.
And it is
It's
also
important to me.
unfortunate that we don't get the honorifics in this translation,
Hmm.
which is par for the course, unfortunately, anytime if
Yeah.
you are watching
Yeah.
anime dubs, but I love honorifics, and I think
Yeah.
it's really a shame that we are missing the subtleties that we usually get out of them, if you are,
Absolutely.
watching something subbed instead. So, yeah.
Yeah. I do feel like not just this is not a problem just with ORV. It's with, and we are very pro dub on this show and in these households. I don't want, we love our English voice actors, we love our dubs, we watch them. But there is, that significant loss of honorifics and subtleties of relationships between characters when there is no translation that can replace those honorifics,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so there certainly is, while it is an interesting, or not an interesting, it is an industry norm. um I I do think that not many people would complain if this at some point changed in the future.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice, especially with the fact that, anime, I mean, anime's always been a thing over here in North America,
Yeah.
but because it's just continuing to grow, and I hope that maybe there's a shift eventually
Yeah.
because, I just maybe just trusting a little bit more in Western audiences' abilities to understand things
Yeah.
because my favorite example is the fact that in Pokemon, why were Brock's rice balls called jelly donuts? Why? Why?
Why?
I grew
A
up
rice ball's
thinking
a rice. We know what a rice
I grew
ball
up
is.
thinking that those were donuts as a child. And then I got older and I said, I'm sorry, what?
It's not even a
Trust
dessert.
us.
I mean, rice. We have rice here on the western side of the world. You can trust us to talk about rice balls. I promise. But
So,
yeah, it's a loss. It is.
but we love our
Just to be
dubs. We
honest.
do.
We love our dubs. We've talked to all of our English dub actors and we love them. But I mean, the English voice actors have also mentioned that they wish that the honorifics would come over as well. So this is something that hopefully, like you said, I thought that was a really great way you said that they eventually start trusting the Western audiences to understand it. I mean,
Yeah.
because that seems to be the only thing kind of holding it up at this point.
Hmm. So now going back to the upcoming anime adaptation, I think that I mean
Woo-hoo.
ORV is already, a huge thing. However, it's only going to
Yeah,
blow up more when we get the anime adaptation.
of course,
But I think
as
we
all
both
things.
know that there is going to be a very,
Hmm.
very big comparison that's happening that I think we should talk
Sure,
about.
sure. I agree. I think it's going to be an elephant in the room
It
at
is.
some point,
And
this discussion.
so,
So
yeah,
let's have
so
it.
we are going to hear a lot of the word solo leveling tossed around when we talk about ORV,
Oh, as if we don't already.
which is fantastic. We love solo leveling.
We love
But
solo leveling.
but I think we need to also let ORV exist and be enjoyed on its own without, setting
Yeah,
up those expectations.
I agree. I think that um and I do think that the advertising companies will compare the two. In fact, I've already seen it. And I do think that that's kind of playing off the success of solo leveling, and I don't blame them because solo leveling is a massive success,
Mhm.
especially over here with Western audiences. Um, and so, trying to get this newer to Western audiences story over to this side of the world, if you're comparing it to solo leveling, I think you're going to have a lot of people going, "Oh my God," and tuning in. And while they have some similarities, they're very, very different stories.
Mhm.
Um, and they function very differently. And I think that comparing those two is setting ORV up, not, I don't want to say for failure,
It does a
but
disservice though if
a
you're comparing it.
disservice.
It's,
Yeah.
like because
Yeah.
I'm already visualizing um in the nicest way possible, but the kind of cool guy Reddit threads that are going to be popping up, like just kind of comparing it and, maybe
Yeah.
they're expecting one thing out of it and don't do that. Just go into it, enjoy
Don't
it.
do that.
It's an awesome story. It's fun.
Yeah. Yes.
Enjoy it for what it is.
Enjoy it for what it is. I mean, there's like I said, there's some similar pieces, some similar functionality to it, but I don't I don't see a huge comparison between the two story-wise. Is there action? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Um, but
Dark-haired
I
lead?
think
Sure.
yes, in a long coat, perhaps. I mean, maybe. But no, I agree. I really think that whether you're reading, watching, any whatever what if you're digesting either of these media in any form, don't go into one expecting the other. Yeah, it's an unfair comparison, and it's a disservice to either series, really.
Yeah.
I think it's a disservice to solo leveling to say, if somebody's done ORV first as well.
Mhm.
Um, they're just not the same. So despite what you may see out there in the ads, it's not solo leveling. Um, so whether that brings you back to it or if that pushes you away from it, I do think that everyone should at least give it a shot.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah. And
All
thank you
right.
so much to Ize Press for sending us the press
Yes.
kits
Oh
and
my
letting
gosh.
us check out the book ahead of time.
Ahead of time. Yes, it was so fun to be able to read it. It's going to go on my shelf and I'm going to bring my little notebook to work. And I'm so excited that, and thanks for trusting our opinions on the novel as well. Um, the novel, once again, will be available to purchase on July 22nd. And maybe, if everybody goes and reads the novels, they'll give us an anime release date. I don't know.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll
Maybe.
come talk about it.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm ready. All right. Thanks, guys. We're
Thanks.
coming back with interviews soon. So we'll see
Stay
y'all
tuned.
soon. Missed you. Bye.